How's it going out there? Mike Nasty live here. I'm live, Mike Nasty. How's it going? How's it going out there, Mike Nasty Live? Sports Talk with Mike Nasty on the rainy Saturday. We got some live stuff going on. The Ravens, Joe Flacco. He won't be starting this week, they say, because of his hip injury. You know, they got to make sure that his hip is good and ready to take the hits because there's a couple phases that could happen. Some things, you know, you don't want to degenerate the disc. You don't want things to happen to him, so you want him to be ready. You want him to be ready, so they're not going to take the chance with him. They're going to sit him out. You know, he could be sitting out a lot longer. You know, it's one of those injuries. You know, it's not like Dennis Pitta wasn't dislocated, but they're going to make sure that he's ready to go and not force him back when he's not ready, so they want him at 100%. You know, he hasn't played in like a month since the Pittsburgh game, so he hasn't been on the field much. No, they still got him in there. They'll have him down, but they'll have him there if they need him. But they placed him as on the IR, not on the IR, but they put him down as doubtful. But if they need him, they could use him. But I don't know if they're going to need him. You know, go with what's running right now. The running game keeps them off the field. It's a little bit better, you know. It gives them a chance. It rests the defense. They can stay on the field a little bit more with Lamar Jackson, Flacco. You know, 3 and outs hurt you if you don't complete. Just like the Dallas Cowboys, you know. If they don't run the football, Dak ain't getting them down the field. So, you know, Dak is not an accurate passer. Neither is they might go to the Super Bowl, or they'll go to at least they'll make the playoffs in that division there. But yeah, the Cowboys are in first place, but the Ravens, you know, if they stick with the run game, get them deep into the playoffs. In December, we have a bad record. We have a bad record in December. We're like 3 and something. We're not good on the road. We need to run the ball. I saw that they put Collins on IR and they just got the guy Dixon back. So there's another running back in the fold. I was just watching the Oklahoma Texas game. That's a shootout in college football. Oklahoma came in. That quarterback is fast and he's good. Murray's good. He can run the ball. But that's what a college quarterback is like. So, talking about the good old Ravens and their matchup with Atlanta, they got to keep Ryan off the field. That's why you want to run the ball. You got to keep him off the field. He gets on the field, those 3 receivers are going to tear us up. You know, I know they say that our cornerbacks are supposed to be la 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 and all this and good, but if they get tired, and Julio and Ridgely and all those guys get on them, we're not going anywhere. Ravens might make a run for the playoffs. I don't say they're going to get anywhere good, but they're going to get there. If they could string out some wins on the road. They need to get a couple of these wins on the road. And then they should make it. If they take 2 out of 3 and then they beat the ones that they're supposed to beat coming in here, even though Cleveland will be a hard matchup for them, they're on the roll there. But we have to see how that goes. The Lakers got a 114-103 win over the Mavericks. You know, LeBron had 28 points. He's leading the way for these guys. He's leading the offense. You know, they're now 12 and something, 12 and 9. The Jazz won 119-111. The Wizards lose to Philly 123-98. The Wizards, John Wall wants to get out of there, but nobody wants John Wall, so he might have some issues. I'm too fat to take my shirt off there apart. So that's what we do. And this shirt is that we did a long time ago as a fundraiser for the best team on that I ever had when I coached Little League football. You know, this is Crohn's. This is MS awareness, and this is something that we did for a good friend of my wife's and ours, and you know, we made these shirts up in support of a very nice lady. So and this is for MS. So if you ever have time or want to do stuff when they have the walks, it's a good thing to do. Donate, walk, charitable events, it's a good thing to do. We're going to go out and try and set something up for my daughter for Crohn's disease. We're going to get something going there. Well, Beal's, yeah, they're going to trade Beal. They're looking at trade options for Beal. Nobody wants Wall. That's why they can't get no options. Nobody wants him. He has too much money on the table. Beal, they can get players for him. They can't get players for Wall. Wall has too much on his contract for them. So, you see, I don't know. So Kareem Hunt, I watched that video. That was worse than Ray Rice's video. And they just got rid of the guy. The NFL's a bunch of hoo-has. They come up with these policies. This guy blatant kicked the girl when she was down. And what did they do to him? Now he sits on the sideline, like you said, yeah, he's getting paid. This guy's, they told him to go, but look at him. They show him, I think it was like a month ago, they kept him on the roster, and now what happens? Now they decide that the Chiefs cut him. Value. I don't like value. You do something wrong, they need to stick with their guns. The NFL's wishy-washy. That's worse than what Ray Rice did. Or it's equal. Maybe not worse, but it's equal. Kicked her when she was down, pushed her a couple times. Come on. All because you know what? One too many hoo-has, one too many beers in you. You don't make good decisions. I guess that's it. I can't tell you. Now you got Ray Rice coaching the New Jersey football team. So, Ohio State, they play tonight. They say Urban Meyer's reporting that he's going to step down after the season. He's making no comments. When everybody says no comment, that means that they're going to, they don't want to start the hoopla. So, most likely, he'll be stepping down. Not too sure. Right now, tonight, you got Georgia and Alabama. That's probably one of the best matchups around in this SEC in the championship games. I don't think if Alabama loses, it's going to hurt anything. You have Oklahoma beat Texas 39-27. Like I said, that was a shootout. That was a shootout. 39. That was an exciting game. I was watching most of that. And then I came down here and set up my little hoo-ha center. But that's what you do. And then you got Clemson Pitt. That's nothing for Clemson. See, Clemson gets an easy ride. Pitt's not going to give them any kind of competition. Northwestern against Ohio State. Ohio State might have some problems with Northwestern. It depends on if they could stop, if Northwestern's defense can stop Haskins, the quarterback. Stanford, California, you got Oklahoma, the Texas game. Texas lost. Oklahoma won that one. You got Memphis and UCF, number 3. So I was looking up something, and it said the worst quarterbacks in the NFL since 2000. Number 32 was Derek Anderson with the Cardinals. Number 31 was Joey Harrington with the Falcons. And number 30 was Kyle Bowler in 2007. They said the guy went down from his knees. He went down from his knees and threw a 50-yard pass through the field goal post. And that's what, that attracted the scouts and stuff. Kind of like the one guy, Josh Allen, or one of them guys that did it this year, threw that ball through arm strength. I think the worst one was, what's his name, the San Diego guy, Ryan Leaf. I think he was number 1 bust. That guy was a bust. Ryan Leaf. I don't know who, I think that was a trade or something. Ryan Leaf went to San Diego, somebody else. I think that was Eli. And Eli went to the Giants or some stuff like that. I was going to cuss, but hell they did. But, yeah, that's the worst quarterbacks. I didn't get through the whole thing. That was in Sports Illustrated on the website if you want to look at it. So I guess we got Maryland playing Penn State in basketball. Maryland needs to come back and get a good little win and get them back on contention again. Get them back. They got into the top 25, and then they played Virginia. That was number 4. They played them tight. Ended up to be 76-71. You know, the freshman came out and played some stuff. Played very good for them. Who does Notre Dame play tonight? I'm not a Notre Dame fan. But, yeah, so you got Penn State playing Maryland. That's what I have. I'm looking to see who Penn State is. You see, I'm not prepared most of the time. Memphis is in front of UCF 14-0. So there's that one. Yeah, Marshall 20, Virginia Tech 41. I think that's one of the guy's sons plays football. Redshirt freshman. He plays for Virginia Tech. So that one. You got anything else out there in the sports world? Notre Dame, Philly, Ravens will drop. No, they won't. So my boss is saying the Ravens are going to drop the next 4 games and be bounced out. He's a Cowboys fan. That's what I was talking to about the Cowboys. So he's saying that the Ravens will get bounced out in the next 4. I'm telling you, they're not going to get bounced out because they're going to establish a better offense. That run-pass offense is better than a straight drop-back quarterback that gets you 3 and outs. I know it's a college game. It's the college game. But you got 3 other teams that do it. Carolina does it. Seattle does it. Who else does it with running quarterbacks? Cam Newton, that's Carolina. You know. Even the Titans do it with Mariota. You know. Everybody's starting to use that offense. They blow it up a little bit more. So, like I told you before, one of the other ones, it's an inflated, it's a Navy football on steroids. You know, because they read the read options, they go into the triple option. They just do a lot more, and it's what the guy is. Lamar Jackson's a runner, so you're keying on what he does. Yeah, he's not that accurate in the pass game, but he draws you 8 in the box, and maybe one of them passes that he does throw is going to get through. I still think they're set up to go long in December. I'm not saying they're going to, beat Pittsburgh or go into the AFC Championship, but they'll make the playoffs this year. The Cowboys will be in the same boat. They'll make the playoffs, but they're just not going to go far. They'll end up seeing whoever, and, the Cowboys will get there, but they ain't going to go all the way. They'll be good. D'Amico, hey D'Amico, how you doing? If anybody wants to buy a house, real estate, Vince D'Amico, good real estate salesman. Look him up. I think he's at Advantage Realty, along with a guy named Chris Carroll. Good guys. That's a good team there. D'Amico's looking at places on the moon already. But there you go. but that's what you do. You look at all that stuff. You look at how the run game goes with him. Jackson will take him somewhere. He'll get a playoff career for this. He'll get him there. So the Orioles are still looking for their. Haven't seen anything about them getting a coach yet. Still looking for a coach. Free agent signings, there could be a couple. I don't know if the Orioles are going to go that way. So we'll see who they're going to get. He said, "Ha ha, Mars." He said Martians need homes too. So he's going to sell some real estate to the Martians in Mars. That's Vince. He's a real estate guy. Good guy, and he's a good football coach. He coaches for he's been involved in the Sykesville Raiders a long time. Even when I didn't have kids and he didn't have kids, he was still coaching with Mr. Ferg. He was coaching boys and his son for a while, his older son. So yeah, the Orioles are still looking for a coach. They still got some. See if they want to retain Bundy. They better not retain Beckman because he was a terrible shortstop. His defensive skills were not that great. You know, they got a couple guys that they can look at. Scope, they said he'll probably, that Milwaukee's going to drop him because he needs to rebuild himself to get back to where he was as an all-star 2 years ago with us. But since then he sloped. He scoped and he sloped and he went down and now he's on the free agent block and they say that he has to build himself up to get back into playing. We'll see. There aren't many teams looking at him. They say that the Mets are in a deal with Robinson Cano, and they win Diaz. The Mets are close to a deal with the Seattle Mariners. That would send Cano and Diaz to New York in exchange for prospects. That's reports on ESPN. That's what they say. So that's my baseball news. Robinson Cano on the move. Back to college football. College football is a lot better. Like I said, you had UCF up there. You got Washington and Utah right now. Washington's 10, Utah's 3. That's a final. I think there was controversy in that game because of a bad call. That was a low-scoring game. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, they put Alex Collins for the Ravens is on IR. And he's been activated with Kenneth Dixon. They were talking about, one time I was reading something about Matthew Judon on how, he's just humble enough, coming around the corner fast enough. 3 sacks against Oakland, playing his way in. Another unrestricted free agent that we get, or a loan. He wasn't a high value pick, but they get these guys to play. See if they can keep this up with the way they do when they find scouts with the Costa coming in. Next year the Ravens will probably part ways with these guys. Both of them, Flacco and Harbaugh, will probably go together. Unless Harbaugh gets in there. Unless Harbaugh ends up getting to the playoffs, they might keep him. But, So, our team stats, we had 252.3 yards passing a game, 122 rushing yards a game. We're 24.6. And then we're the number 1 defense. We only allow 18 points against us. And then I think Dallas is number 2. They're 18.7 that they give up a game. So our defense has been, at times they go flat, but then they get back in there. They've been number 1 for a while now. And they're in there. Our rookies have done pretty good. Once we get our first round draft pick rookie to get in there, he hasn't flashed a lot. But then Andrews, he's the number 1 guy so far. He's been the best out of all the rookies that we've had so far. He's been, catching passes. He has 2 or 3 touchdowns. So that guy out of nowhere came in there and it's proven to be a good fit. And then you got Kenny Young, inside linebacker. Fast, goes sideline to sidelines. That was a good pick. We got a bunch of other guys out there, So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of this season goes for the Ravens. But Sunday you're expected to see his 3rd start. See if he can get us another win. Keep us on the roll. He has the team behind him. Jackson has people rolling for him. So we'll see what they do. This is Sports Talk with Mike Nasty here. We'll see you. And if I don't see you, I wouldn't want to be you. And Martians are on the moon, and we're selling them real estate. So There we go. That's Mike Nasty. This is Sports Talk. This is what we do on a rainy Saturday, right before some good college football. Watch these SEC championship, Georgia, Alabama. Like I said, if Alabama does lose to Georgia, they shouldn't get knocked out of the top four, because they should still be in the top four because of what they've done. And they show that they can play football, so there's no way they should drop down. They should be number 4 in the 4. Nobody should jump ahead of them. But I don't think that's going to happen, because I think they'll take care of Georgia. And then Georgia will be out, and Ohio State will jump in the 4. Notre Dame, they've been stout at where they are. Oklahoma 1, so Oklahoma will stay at 2 or jump up to 1. Who knows? It's going to be a thing. Watch college football. Watch Sunday, the selections. Selection Sunday, that's a big thing. See where they're going to rank them. See who's in the playoffs. We'll see college football. And then you got the Ravens playing Atlanta. In Atlanta, Ravens hard to win on the road, and it's December. We'll see what they do. Sports Talk. I'm out of here. I see you on Facebook. I'm out of here. See you, Facebook. Oh, I forgot to plug that in. Did you hear me? Only one.